We got the first audience in, and it was like a rock concert. And we stood around backstage, started scratching our heads, saying, "This is really good. It's really good. Wow, this was worth it." I remember the movie came out. I'm old enough to have been an adult when it came out. It's you know, it's a parody of a great movie, and it's a brilliant musical parody now. I was in the Guthrie Company for 3 years doing Ibsen and Shakespeare and Beckett and all that stuff. And I spent about the next 10 years doing television, which was lovely. And then I started getting the itch to do something on the stage again. I got involved in the producers doing the first national tour as Franz, and I understudied Max, and went on in San Francisco for a week. And they pulled me out of the tour and put me on Broadway. And then when London came up, they asked me if I wanted to do London. So I went to London and did Max for a year. I'm still not used to Mel Brooks being in the room, because, you know, he's Mel Brooks. He's always been Mel Brooks, but now he's actually in a room with me, and we're working on a project together, and we get to talk about how to do things and what would be a good idea. And there's that constant note in the back of my head, this is Mel Brooks. I'm playing Inspector Kemp, and I'm playing the blind hermit. Kemp is the local police sergeant. He's sort of the antagonist. He's out to catch them making a monster and stop them, because the last monster pulled off his left leg and his right arm. So he does have a bit of a grudge. Brilliant dancers, beautiful dancers, work really hard. I've never been so happy to be playing a blind man and a man with a wooden leg, because they dance around and around. I think, very good, all of you, wonderful. I'll sit. We were aware of how big this is when we met the set for the first time, because every scene would roll out and we'd meet the set, and it was, one was more spectacular than the other. We have lightning. I mean, come on, we got lightning. Well, it's interesting, last week we learned that if you say what they expect, they love it. And if we change it and say something they don't expect, they love that too. It's not the movie on stage, which I think is a really good idea. And, but still, there are familiar things that people love, and then there are little changes at the end of a line, and it catches people, and sort of, it works both ways. I've never created a role in a show on Broadway, so this is the first time I'm creating a role. And I've actually been dreaming about this since I was 13 years old, which is a long time ago. And the whole dream come true aspect, and the fact that I made it. It took a long time, but I made it. I'm doing that, and I'm thrilled.